Spring and summer share this month. What a great time of year.
Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone. We have an action-packed show for you this month.
Getting close to nature is on the agenda, especially the bugs.
We dive into deep dish at a local father and son pizzeria.
We find a place that can get you ready for all of your outdoor adventures.
Some third graders show us their very own greenhouse at school, and we won't forget the graduates.
I just celebrated my 30th anniversary of joining the team at Blue Ridge Communications News 13.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, things have certainly changed a lot since 1989. Gotta love the 80s hair, though.
30 years of live TV is a long time, but I got my start on stage much earlier. As a child, I was very shy. Getting involved in dance at the age of 4 and theater a few years later gave me the confidence to be myself. So when I was asked to help out with the Life Skills Talent Show at the Mock Junk Opera House, I was ready to help the students develop a love for the stage.
You're going to be behind the scenes, so you get the good part. And you're going to be helping the students on the stage. You're going to be holding some of the props up. And we're even going to include you in some of the acts. Surprise!
So I get a little bit of on stage too.
You get a little bit of on stage. You get a little bit of everything.
Hi, Michael. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm very excited about my show today, Alan Jackson, Crazy About Mercury. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to play guitar? Air guitar or a real guitar?
Real guitar.
Real guitar. Real guitar? All right, awesome.
The show is a collaborative effort of Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit 21 and the Carbon Career and Technical Institute. Mr. Nick Boone and Miss Cassandra Simmons served as the Masters of Ceremonies.
How are you feeling?
A little nervous because I'm afraid that I'm about to get stage fright.
A little nervous, but I'm ready.
What are you hoping to see?
Everything.
And it's a fun day, right?
Yeah.
You're getting rid of the nerves?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get rid of the nerves. We're gonna shake them out, shake them out. Get the nerves out, get the nerves out, get the nerves. Now you have to use your mouths too, you have to talk, right? So now really big, chew gum. Chew gum, real big. That loosens up all these muscles and makes it easy when you go out there to talk clearly, okay? Shake out the nerves again, okay? And you guys are doing awesome.
We have a lot planned for this year's show, and we think it's our best show yet.
Well, let's get this show on the road with a Mexican hat dance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Martin!
All right, you guys.
The student comes up with the song, the dance, the props. They have to get everything together. And if they can't do it, then they have to enlist the help of someone else. They have to find somebody who's good at making props or choreographing the dance. So they're in charge of their act. So there might be a lot of kids in the act, but there's one student that will be instrumental in that act.
I was swimming out of control.
The abilities varied greatly, but I saw lots of children with brave hearts stepping on stage, conquering their fear, and feeling the sheer joy of performing.
It's amazing what it does for their confidence levels. So there are students up there today that actually would not even come on stage a few years ago.
And that's it.
you see a wide range of talents here?
A wide range, because it's everything from putting the program together. We even have a little video in the beginning that shows behind the scenes that some other students worked on the video. So if they're not participating, they worked on that video.
Hi, Mommy, Dad. I love you.
And this group challenged me to step out of my comfort zone and try something new. I learned sign language to help Marley support one of the acts.
Wise men say only fools barge in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Today, a student told me of the act she's going to do next year. So I want her to focus on today's act, but they start thinking of it right away. So I think that might be one of my favorite things about the talent show is, as a teacher, seeing all the learning that happens. And it's things that you can't teach. So it is that practice makes perfect, that, you know, collaborating with each other gets things done, and finding like a healthy expression, way to self-express yourself. We want students to leave school knowing what they can do, not what they can't do.
Welcome to Bug Fest at Kettle Creek. I'm Millie the Mosquito.
Insects Are Us has been a 4-H club for approximately 25 years now. We have had kids learn about insects and go on to take it as a career. We encourage educating people about insects and letting the kids that are in the club do the education.
So each year, the club partners with the Kettle Creek Environmental Education Center and the Monroe County Conservation District to hold Bug Fest.
It gives the kids that come a chance to see insects that they wouldn't normally go out and collect, and it gives our kids a chance to go collect insects that kids would not see. The kids start, the first year they need 25 insects in 5 different orders, and from then on they just grow.
The project is like collecting dead bugs kind of, and putting like their names and putting them in like a poster kind of board.
So how do you do that? Do you have to just be outside on the lookout?
Kind of.
Yeah, just keep your eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
It just is amazing when you look at the insects and see this kids' collections and all the variety that are in our area that you just don't see when you just walk out in the woods. You don't know all these 6-legged creatures are walking around out there.
It just amazes me that they can find as many species as they do.
Is that an exciting feeling when you see something you haven't seen before?
Yeah, I can add it to a new collection.
So every year Bug Fest has a different theme. Claudia, what is it this year?
We do have different themes. This year, the theme is going to be aquatic insects.
All right.
We're going to have a lot of live insects. Some that we brought today, these are caddisflies. They build homes out of whatever is on the bottom of the stream. This happened to be some sticks.
Oh, wait, and your necklace is built from a caddisfly
is
too.
a caddisfly.
But there are sparkles in there.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, this was a very great entrepreneurial person who
liked bugs.
Yes, who liked insects. She took gemstones, she put them in the bottom of a container, and then she raised the caddisflies in the container, and they did what they do naturally. They built little cases, and then as they grew up and left and became adults and flew away, she was left with these.
And that's very nice. You can do that with these. That's your next project, right?
I could.
Get rid of the bark. Get some
It would be very organic.
Yes, it would.
These look like the kind of things that you find when you're a kid and you pull up a rock in a stream.
Yes,
especially this one.
You do. This is a very small helgramite. It's also called a Dobson fly. It lives its larval stage in the creek, and it's a predator. If you, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but yes, it will try and eat anything.
our finger if we stick it in there?
It will.
Ow.
Show me.
No.
I can try. This is a little one. I'm not afraid of this one. And he's
I think
more
he's
afraid
afraid
of me.
of you.
Yep.
He's
He
backing
says,
up.
yeah, that's a big finger. This is a dragonfly nymph, also a predator. If you can get a close-up, you can see how big its eyes are.
Yeah, they look huge.
Yes.
Dangling off the body.
Yep. They eat everything under the water, and then as they become adults and fly, they eat everything in the air. What we have in here are some mayflies. These are insects that you see flying around for maybe a day or two, and then the rest of the time they lay eggs in the water, and they will spend much, much longer time as nymphs underneath the water. The fishermen love to make flies that look like these things because they're very good for catching trout.
So there's something underneath this piece of bark, right? Dun 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 dun. Yuck. Yuck.
These are called blue death feigning beetles. Now, feigning is a big fancy word for faking. And
he fell asleep.
When they feel threatened, they will fake being dead. And sometimes they'll lay here for up to a half an hour.
All right, down at the end here, these are some big bugs. Tell us about this.
This is a Madagascar hissing cockroach. They are not native to North America.
Thank goodness.
I know. They do not fly. They like to live.
Kim's offering her arm. Look at that.
On the forest floor, and they're the cleanup crew for the forest floor. And these are great to have for.
Come on, Kim.
No, that is so not going to happen. But wait, just for fun, come on, let's go.
Over my bracelets. See if it likes the bracelets. We'll go the other way.
All insects have jobs. Bugs have jobs and they're important to the ecosystem and our habitats that we have out around us.
Another thing at Bug Fest is maggot paintings, and really I have seen it all now. Explain what this is.
Okay, maggot painting, we use it as an educational tool to teach everybody about the life cycle of flies. The fly we use for maggot painting is the green bottle fly. And you can see their flies have different jobs. So these are aquatic. They start their life, you saw the aquatics earlier, they start their life in the water as maggots in the water. And these are pollinators, so these are important flies that some of them look like
bees.
They're called bee mimics. Then we have the robber fly that they actually eat other flies. And we have a deer fly, we all know what deer flies like to have, feast on us. A mosquito, a little tiny one there, and also horse flies also are like to eat blood meals.
So you have a whole bunch of maggots when the kids come here, and how do you do this painting? How does that work?
Okay, for the paintings that we do here, these larger ones, we put some paint down on the canvas, and we put a maggot or 2 or 3 up to 15 on the canvas, and then just let them go, and then I keep picking them up, putting them back in the paint, and it's done in different layers.
And the kids get to do that when they're here on a smaller scale.
On a smaller scale. We have the kids put any color paint they want on the paper, give them a maggot, and they kind of watch the maggot paint and guide it, pick it up, put it back in the paint, and choose whatever colors they would like to do.
Interesting. Now you have a nickname here, don't you? What is it?
They call me the Maggot Wrangler because I've been doing this for about 5 years. I raise the maggots. I raise them on oatmeal, milk powder, and bodybuilding protein powder, so it gives them lots of energy to paint all day.
What is the reaction of some of the parents when they come here and see what their kids are going to do?
The parents are most squeamish and go, ew, but then they watch the kids do it. And then next thing you know, they're beside their own child doing another painting.
I have never met a maggot wrangler, and my guess is I never will meet another.
I know. Did I ever think I would be doing that? No, never.
You're invited to Kettle Creek Saturday, July 13th. The event runs from 10 till 3. Parents are free. Kids are just $5, but if you come dressed as a bug, you can walk in a fashion show and get $1 off admission.
People ask us lots of questions. Oh, I have this in my garden. What is eating my plant? Or what is this insect I saw crawling across my ceiling? What do we do about those stink bugs?
Kids can touch live insects. They can participate in games. We do an insect Olympics. That's a lot of fun. The kids get to try feats like carrying as much as an ant can carry, or walking like a caterpillar. The butterfly tent is, they get to actually feed the butterflies in the tent.
The insect safaris are fun to watch the kids run around with nets, and they have little boxes that they'll catch things, and then somebody's always out there to help identify what they've caught. And it gives them that extra satisfaction and with that fascination of saying, look what I caught.
We had a great time learning about insects at Kettle Creek.
And while we were there, one species crashed our chute.
Our state insect has come to visit. Just dropped in, don't fly away.
I never knew the lightning bug was Pennsylvania's state insect.
Neither did I. Don't go away. Next, we meet a dad-son team who celebrate Father's Day every day. This month, we celebrate all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day to my dad.
And happy Father's Day to mine. In honor of this special day, we visit one of our favorite dads. He also happens to be one of our first guests on Talk of the Town almost 10 years ago.
Sonny Cavus owns Sonny's Pizza on Route 209 outside of Lehigh, and now his son has joined Dad in the business.
I've been making pizza for 30 years.
So Sonny, it's time to get us going with something in the kitchen. What are we going to make today?
Today we're gonna make a deep dish pizza.
And in honor of Father's Day, you have your son with us, and you're going to order him around a little bit, right? Because it's
Yes.
Father's Day. How nice is it to have your son here?
It's really a nice feeling. It's really, he's helping us a lot. And working together makes us go really quick on the orders and everything.
Who's a better pizza maker?
Of course, it's me.
You have more experience. Much more experience, right?
Yes.
But you're sharing your knowledge with him.
Of course, we're sharing the knowledge. Yep.
So how do we get started?
We're gonna take the dough out of the dough box.
All right.
So
This looks really good.
So this is dough that you made yesterday?
Correct. Gonna start pressing that out.
All right.
So we're just kind of trying to fill the whole thing?
Yep, the whole thing.
Very good.
This is the same dough that you use for a regular pizza,
Regular
right?
pizza, thin crust pizza, correct.
So it's just a matter of how big it is and...
And my goal is to get it all the way to the edge, or then are we trying to make that little lip
Yes.
on the edge?
All the way to the edge, yeah.
All the way
We're
to
getting
The
there.
edges,
I'm getting it.
That's the
tip
edge.
of the fingers.
Tips of the fingers, okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
wrinkle on me now.
That's it.
Oh, I have a thin spot there,
Yeah,
huh?
you
I
can
have a
flip
thin
it.
spot
Can't
too.
iron
Yeah.
pizza dough.
Flip it again?
You can flip it over again. Yes.
Okay.
And that part's
Ah.
worrying me. Does that worry you?
That's fine. It'll cook eventually.
The really good trick about it, press your fingers, you just go like this.
Ah. Keep it going.
Yeah.
How many years have you been making pizzas?
25.
25 years, so you're good.
25 years in this location. Years
Pretty well.
different
Yes.
In a
location.
It's
different
gonna be
location.
delicious.
So it's gonna be 30 years.
Yummy.
Okay, and now this has to rise.
That has to rise now.
So how
Like-
long does that take?
Like hour and a half.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, so pizza's not quick.
Not quick. Yeah.
Not this one anyway.
Not this one. That's
You
right.
can put it on the top of the
On
oven.
the top of the oven for it to
Oh,
rise.
nice and
Yeah.
warm up there.
Yep.
The
there you
warm
go.
temperature helps it rise faster.
Sure.
The dough has now risen. And so, Sonny, now what kind of pizza are we making?
We make a half buffalo, half barbecue chicken ranch.
We like that. He
Yes.
knows. He knows
knows
this.
us.
Yes.
For a buffalo chicken, first you put a little bit mozzarella cheese on it.
A little bit or a lot?
So
Yeah.
you put half a
Do you
cheese on
see
the...
all this? This is like a dream come true right here. I want this in my house. All right, so cheese it up.
Yep.
Ree, you can help.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to say when.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
We knew it would be quick.
Okay. Then we put the chicken over.
Okay, so.
Are we using all of this?
Yeah, like
part of
Like
it?
a handful,
Half.
handful and a half.
Handful and a half. Like
Once-
that,
Once again, say when.
Yeah, to the edges.
to the edges.
How long have you been helping your dad make pizza?
For about 10 years. I started when I was very young, helping out with dishes and boxes, things like that. And then I started working in the front in the kitchen when I was 16.
So as a kid who grew up and had to work in a pizza shop too, I bet you've made a lot of pizza boxes.
A lot. Some days I could go through 7, 8 bundles at a time, and each bundle has 50.
Wow, that's a lot.
Now we have a buffalo sauce. There you go.
There you go.
Another line. Next, another line.
Perfect.
What is this sauce? This is your secret recipe?
Correct. That's buffalo sauces with the hot sauce and then chunky blue cheese.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Then that's
Barbecue's
barbecue
the other
sauce.
side. We're doing the
Yes.
same thing.
Same thing.
All right.
Is that it?
This
Now
is ready now to go in the oven.
in it goes.
Yep.
Top
Oh,
one?
Yep.
Top one?
Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
Just, do I slide it in far?
Slide it in farther. Just watch your hands. There you go. That's
Perfect.
One down.
it. One down.
Who's the best pizza maker?
I would have to say, without a doubt, my father.
You're a good son, especially for Father's Day, right?
Thank you.
Nah.
That's beautiful.
That is
That is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yum.
Oh,
There you go.
That
spectacular.
looks really yummy.
Yeah. Barbecue chicken, buffalo chicken ranch, and barbecue chicken ranch.
Okay, so we're just doing half. Like that?
Yep. Okay, now we can let them cool off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we get to eat them?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of a better way to celebrate Father's Day than with pizza. Happy Father's Day, Sonny.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
But we have to also mention that when we planned to do this segment, we were coming up with the dates to shoot this, happened to fall on some birthdays. So, happy birthday, Sonny.
Thank
and
you.
Happy birthday, Kim.
And you know what? I can't think of a better way to celebrate a birthday than with pizza.
So pizza, Father's Day, birthdays, and I just can't believe that both of your birthdays are the same day.
Same day, yeah.
All right, let's have a birthday Father's Day dinner.
That's right. Let's enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Okay.
I want this cheesy one right here. Do you want one of these, Sonny, or
I
one
gotta
of
have
those?
one cheesy one, too.
One cheesy one too?
Yes.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
have a little bit of everything.
I think I am too. I'm a fan of deep dish.
Oh. This is excellent.
Look at her plate.
Why decide? It's my birthday. I can have anything I want.
Yeah.
That was great deep dish pizza. Sonny and Sirhat want you to enjoy some great pizza too.
Well, just head to our Facebook page, like the correct photo in our June album, and let us know your favorite pizza topping for a chance to win a gift certificate for 2 one-topping pizzas and a bottle of soda at Sonny's Pizza. We'll pick 2 winners. Good luck.
When Talk of the Town returns, we visit a hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports paradise. We found an outdoor treasure filled to the gills with everything you need for hunting, fishing, and camping.
It's called the Hunter's Gallery. The store on Route 348 in Hamlin is celebrating 41 years in business. They have a customer appreciation weekend coming up. It's something they've done since the beginning.
We have video archery, full line fishing, camping, clothes, and some gift stuff.
So Kim and I are going to get some crash courses in a couple things around here today. How do you think we're going to be?
I think you guys will be good. I think people that's going to work with you will take good care of you, and I know from watching you in the past, you guys will do good.
Thank you. So there is a lot of stuff in this store. We're going to head to the fishing department right now to learn something new.
That's right, LaShonda is with us, and we've got some reels here, and from what I'm gathering, you're going to teach us how to spool one.
We are. So today we have 4 different reels. We're going to start with, this is our bait caster. This is for more of like a experienced fisher.
Put that one down, then we're not experienced.
We're not experienced, yeah, we don't want that one at all. What's the next one?
This is a fly reel that's used for fly fishing. This is a spin cast reel. The line comes out here. To use this, you just push the button and you throw it out.
Oh, that's simple. A simple one.
That's the kids. That's the kids.
This is for the kids.
Okay. I might like that one too.
But we're going to learn how to spool
We're
that
going to
one.
learn how to spool this one.
Okay.
Okay, so who wants to hold the line?
I'll hold the line.
Okay. Do you want to spool it?
Sure.
I'll teach you how to do it.
You've got to teach me how to do it.
I will. Okay. So you want your line to go under your bail. Do you want me to hold it while you tie it? It might be easier for you.
That's what I'm doing, tying it in.
Just a standard knot, doesn't have to be anything fancy, just make sure that it holds.
Just that it holds. Wow, this is like so slippery.
It is.
And it's not even wet.
You gotta hope that the bit of line that's attached to the reel at the base doesn't ever get wet. That might mean that you're fishing your pole.
Your whole fishing.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah, okay.
Your pole is in the water.
We got you, Zach.
I have scissors right here, so we get rid of the extra.
Yep. You want to make sure that you keep your line nice and tight. Okay. So you might want to, right like that.
And is that right where it's going right there?
And it's gonna, when you turn it, it should come around.
There we go.
See? Yep. That's why you want to keep it nice and tight, so you don't get little
tight enough.
little bird's nests like this.
Are we going back to the beginning?
We might have to.
Now you know how to keep it tight, right?
Yep. That's a lot better. And you want to watch if it'll start from the bottom and it'll work its way up, and then it should go back down.
Should go back down,
yep,
which it
nice
wasn't
and
doing the
smooth.
first time. All right, we're much better on the second try, Kim.
We usually are.
So when people come in and they've never gone fishing, you said there's a lot of tourists that come in. And
there is. So usually what they'll want to do is we have combo rods that are set up. They sell them where it's the reel and the rod together. They usually like that because they're usually just using it for the weekend or for the week that they're here. And then I'll put the line on, help them put the line on it, and show them how to put the line up through the reel, through the little eyelets on the rod, and then they're all set to go.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of them are just bobber and bait kind of people?
Bobber and bait, yep, simple.
I'll do it for a little while. We can
switch?
switch and see how you do with the tension.
And we're stuck again anyway.
Okay.
We're doing so good.
I don't know if we're doing so good, but there's enough on there for today.
Now to end it, you're just gonna grab your scissors or clippers, whatever you want, and you're gonna clip your line.
And don't lose the end.
And then don't lose the end. There's a little loop right there.
Oh, and you hook it underneath it?
Right around it, yep.
There.
Yep.
Got it.
Good.
So now it's just holding it there, and you can put your pole together later.
Yes, you can.
We're the main guide service out of Hunter Gallery, and a lot of people come in that are either vacationing, live in the area, or haven't fished in a while, and they want to know, where do we go? How do we catch fish? Where do we begin?
Going out with you is perfect because they get to see some of the equipment in action before they put out money for it.
Well, that's it, exactly. So our service is not only take a person out and say, hey, let's just go fishing for the day. It's a lot of Q&A. We showed them how to tie lines, what baits are hot, what to use different types of the season.
All right, it's time for us to get sharp, and we're going to do it with a whole lot of knives.
Wow, Linda's with us, and Linda, I don't know, we have big knives, small knives. I know they all have their own jobs, but to me, they just all look sharp.
Well, sure they do, right?
And none of them are kitchen knives.
No, not all of them are kitchen knives. So here we go, girls. We're going to take and teach you a little bit about these knives.
Swiss Army knife.
Yes, these are awesome. And you've got everything from
You can open your bottle of wine.
Right, yeah, exactly. And you even have tweezers in here.
There you go.
Oh, that's a pen. Look at that, girls. And then we have the tweezers are on this side. But this has a lot of different tools in there, so that's a good thing.
What about these over here? This is a big knife.
Now, this knife is a very good outdoor working knife. Not only can you cut some tall grass out of your way that you want to get, but you can also do some brush. And you can take and chop and hack at it, and it's really great.
Yeah.
And this is another nice outdoor knife that you can use. And you see how this is flat here? Well, you could take like a little small piece of stick, and you could put it like this, and then you could take another thing and tap it down and make some kindling wood if you needed to start a fire. That's a nice outdoor knife to have. This is our special knife. I don't want to cut you with it.
I'm guessing it's really sharp.
This is really cool, but what's nice about this is a fillet knife for fish, and it flexes, so it's nice to get in there and really get
It moves,
yes.
yeah.
But this one's special because it folds.
That's
so
nice.
you could take and put this in your tackle box.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome, right?
Yeah, that's a great
that's
then
a nice
you always
feature.
have one with you.
Now, these do get dull at some point in time, so how do you handle that?
Certainly they do. Well, we have little knife sharpeners.
Let's try.
Go ahead, sweetheart. Up and just like that. We'll move this over here. There you go.
That's not hard. That's a nice little sharpener.
Let me grab a little piece of paper and we'll see just how sharp that little puppy got. Let's see. Look at that.
She helped with the
I
little
ripped.
rip at the end. But I can tell it's sharp, and you can tell just because you can see where
You can see that where the edge did. These are nice little sharpeners to have, you know.
Well, we finished up with the knives. Let's cut to the gun counter, and there are a lot of guns at this counter.
All right, so John, fire away. What do we need to?
All right, we're getting bad here.
Well, we won't go that far.
There's no range here. We're not just going to talk guns.
There is not.
So tell us about this one. And we're going to
Okay.
clean a gun, right?
Correct. This is a Glock 17. It's very popular. We're going to make sure first that it's not loaded. Everything's unloaded, ready to come apart. It's very simple to take down. All there is 2 buttons here. Push it back. Comes right off. Comes apart. There's a spring in there for your recoil. And then you have your barrel that comes right out.
So now it's apart. Now
That's
it's apart.
that's your basic pieces.
All right. How do you clean them?
Okay. Cleaning them, you have bore cleaner.
What is bore cleaner?
Bore cleaner is for the barrel.
I take it this is a new gun that doesn't need cleaning.
That is correct. This is new. It is not.
We don't
it is
need to
not
clean it.
dirty.
Okay.
Everything else you would just wipe down.
Okay. Well, let's put it back together since it is all
Okay.
clean. Let Kim put it back together.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
Start with that. You got it.
There you go.
Right in.
She paid
Pushing.
attention.
Nope. Pushing back the other way.
Back, okay, and
And then
then-
your spring. Yep. That part goes up here.
This
Nope,
part.
Yep. You got it correct. And then that snaps down in
And I
that
have
piece.
to kind of
Can
give
you-
it some tension and get it there. It's probably not going to
Correct.
be.
Watch those nails.
Can you get it?
Now wait, I'm going to try.
I have much stronger
I did
fingers
it.
than she
Okay.
has.
I
Okay.
did it. My fingers are strong. I just didn't want to break a nail. It actually wasn't that hard to do.
No.
It's in
no.
there properly?
It is. Has to go down. Yep. You're in there.
And so
Nope. Start right at the end, and,
Oh,
and it'll
okay.
slide. It should slide right in that
right
groove.
in. Right in the groove, and it goes. Yes,
Correct.
it does.
Push it. Give it a good push, all the
We're
way
good.
back, and you're good. We have revolvers, semi-autos, a variety of calibers, everything from 22 to 300 Win Mags. All the hearing protection, eye protections, everything you need, including targets, to get started.
The Hunters Gallery Customer Appreciation Days will be held July 6th and 7th at the store on Route 348 in Hamlin.
This year during Customer Appreciation Days, we have Mark McEwen coming in. He's one of the top executives with Garmin. He can sit there and explain to you to work all the different electronics. We have the Turkey Federation coming in to teach kids how to shoot safely. We bring in what's called the hog trough. It's a 40-foot long tank full of fish, and the guys get up on top, you know, and do their casting demonstrations and explain everything. We do this event more as a giving back to the community because Dennis and Irene, the owners of the store, like to give back as much as they can to help the community out.
There are lots of contests, educational displays, and prizes, including fishing trips.
The Hunters Gallery has a $50 gift card for one lucky viewer. Just go to our Facebook page, find the right photo, and tell us your favorite part of the segment for your chance to win.
High schools are graduating their classes this month. Stick around for some ideas for your favorite grads party.
June is the time for graduation and all those grad parties.
That's right. My niece Erin's actually graduating. She goes to school out in Penn State, and she'll be getting ready to go to college this summer and next fall. So, of course, we have to have some graduation celebrations, right?
That's right, absolutely. So the first thing we're gonna do is do some stuff and make like Oreo kind of pops.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we have some more sticks. So you just have to, I got double stuffed Oreos because I thought that's more for the little stick to hold on to.
Because they have more stuff.
Because there's more stuff.
And then what are we going to do with these? We're going to actually cover them in chocolate, dip them?
Yes, we're dipping them in chocolate because why not? This one broke.
Once you dip it, you'll never know.
And I'm just kind of smushing it back together so it holds together.
Yeah, they're a little big, so as soon as you put them in, it kind of moves the cookie a little bit. That one cracked too, but I don't think you'll even know.
So this white chocolate has to be melted. We're going to cover up those Oreos and a portion of those pretzel sticks.
Pretzel stick. All right, our white chocolate is all melted and ready to go.
And it looks fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're doing two things in the white chocolate. We're gonna dip our Oreos and we're gonna dip our pretzel sticks.
Okay.
So let's just see how it goes. I'm gonna tip this just because it's a little easier then. Okay.
I'm gonna take a whole one. And yeah, right. Okay, Oreo. Epic fail.
That really was an epic fail.
It's not unedible though, right?
Okay, we'll call it edible.
We're gonna try a different way. We're gonna try pouring it.
Pouring it on the Oreo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you
try
hold
pouring
it.
I'll hold it. Just do one side first. Okay.
Maybe because it's hot and the cookie is so thin.
Well, it's just heavy.
Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of chocolate now. It has to drip off.
Yep.
Now, but the thing with the Oreos is you're gonna add a little glitz to this cookie pop because it's a graduation party. So you kind of have to roll it in gold glitter.
Okay. Like that. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, this one fell in too, and I was trying to be careful. All right, so if you're thinking about doing the Oreo one, it's
Maybe
a little
you don't
tricky.
put it on the stick until you're done.
Maybe.
Although then you're cracking your final creation.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the right thing is to do. I'm gonna try and poke it back in.
I'm gonna try a different method here. I'm gonna try doing one side and letting it dry a little bit down here before we do the other side.
You know what?
Because you just lost the cookie.
Wow.
This one's gonna look okay, but look at the mess that it made underneath it when it was still...
When it was dripping.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm not sure about the Oreos. It's on Pinterest as a thing to do. We both had a disaster. Okay.
That one doesn't want to stay together at all. Here, maybe we could put...
Well, that one doesn't either.
I'm gonna glue it back on with chocolate.
That might be the solution here. I'm gonna help you. I want Zach to be able to see it.
Don't pour it over my finger, but go ahead. Okay. That one's rotating a little bit on the stick. All right, we're gonna let it go for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Oreos either. They're definitely not gonna look pretty.
Cookie falls over.
Maybe we needed triple stuffs.
Is there even such a thing as a triple stuff?
There's mega stuff.
Mega stuff.
All right, so here's the thing, folks. That Oreo thing,
Give it up.
Yeah, don't try it.
Don't try this at
Don't try it.
All right, Kim, it looks like next we're gonna try to make some graduation caps.
And this is a real easy thing. Maybe.
We've never done this before.
We'll see.
It seems like a really easy thing.
Yes, okay, so it's a little mini Reese's cup, and this was Ghirardelli chocolate.
Okay.
And so the theory is that you put the chocolate on top of the Reese's cup.
Okay, we need some glue.
And we need some glue. And since we've got all this delightful white chocolate going to waste, let's just put a little dab, not quite that much. Actually, let's make a little pile here and we can just dip it in maybe. Dip it in, flip it over, large side on the bottom.
All right.
Piece of cake. Okay, so you need tassels for the top of those graduation caps. We have fondant, so slice off a piece of that fondant.
The white one.
The white one.
All right.
Then we have to roll it out, and I feel like we should roll it out with the wax paper there maybe. See how that goes. Ray, you can try and roll it. Fondant's hard. You don't need long tassels, but I'm gonna just cut a real thin.
I'll go this way. Take my little end off here.
Piece of fondant. They kind of look like squiggly worms. We're gonna put a dot of white chocolate on the top so that it holds everything in place. Mortarboard graduation caps. Not bad. All right, so we made a couple extra tops, graduation caps. And the reason we did that is because we're going to use them on top of our pretzels. Marie was very good at melting some chocolate chips. So what you want to do is just make kind of the base of your graduation cap on the top of your pretzel. Have a little bit so you've got some glue, and then you take your cap and you put it on top. And I think what we decided, Marie, is that we have to make sure we hold it until it dries.
Because we do not have the proper tools, if there are such thing. That's kind of cute, though.
Yeah, it is sort of cute.
But yeah, I think we gotta stay like this.
Yeah, now that one.
For a little bit, anyway.
Yes, I'm gonna hand that off. Because Zach's got the camera on autopilot and he's gonna officially sit there and be our holder. These are sort of cute. After the whole Oreo debacle, I'm glad that they don't look too bad. Our little graduation caps are cute, and our pretzel sticks are great.
Ditch the Oreos.
Ditch them. There are lots of great teachers in our area schools. We found one who's definitely the talk of the town at Stroudsburg Elementary.
Gary Schubert teaches 3rd grade. The elementary school was built without windows in the classrooms. So when the science curriculum called for growing plants, he had to come up with a plan.
Welcome to our greenhouse.
Thank you.
All right, everybody in.
This is a really cool greenhouse. Who built this?
This group of people who asked our teacher, like, could they do anything for him, and like he said like sure, and then he needed like a greenhouse, so they asked, what if we use recycled bottles to help build the greenhouse? So it was a whole project with Mr. Schubert and his students building this whole greenhouse.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. What do you have growing in here right now?
We have Father's Day trees, and they're gonna be maple trees.
Maple trees, you're right, maple trees. But the Father's Day trees look like they're doing pretty good.
We actually had them, and then we didn't we just put them in there because we already had the maple tree. So, because Mr. Schubert said he had some at his yard, so he picked some and we just picked some from a bucket and put it.
Yeah, so they were little seedlings that he scooped up out of the ground and then you transplanted them.
So you have some kale and some spinach growing back there. Have you guys ever tried kale and spinach?
Yeah. I want to try spinach.
I tried spinach. I don't really
She doesn't like it.
It's an acquired taste, but you might get used to it. It's very good for you.
I don't like the texture. It tastes a little. Yeah, neither do I.
You have a little bit. Why do you think soda bottles were a good idea to make this greenhouse out of?
Because we would be recycling and reusing stuff and saving our environment.
We're saving our, and they keep it kind of warm in here, don't they?
Yeah, and they
'Cause
let the sun in.
They suck in that heat. Yeah.
And they're also like windows, so the flowers can like take all that sunlight.
Yeah, they still get the light without the wind, or if it's cold, it keeps it a little warmer, right? Yeah. Pretty cool.
Planting is in our curriculum for our FOSS unit. So the greenhouse came about being that in our building we don't have any windows. So to help grow plants, it would be a great idea to have a greenhouse or something to do with that. So the Youth Infusion came to me with a project, and I gave them an idea of maybe a greenhouse for our building. So it kind of went and it blossomed from there, and then the recycled bottles came along too, and then the whole thing came out to the greenhouse. So we collected and used 1,500 bottles to do the greenhouse. So that was a pretty good feat amongst a couple months collecting and cutting them, cleaning them, putting them together. That was a good project.
We're gonna teach you how to plant sunflowers.
Awesome. What do we do first?
Well, we have to get the soil first.
We fill up our little pots with soil.
All right, everybody, let's get some soil.
What have you got there?
These are sunflower seeds.
All right, you're gonna pass them around so everybody has one? Are we planting just one in each pot?
Yeah. Yeah, what?
One in each pot?
And go to, what are you doing there? Did you dig a little hole?
Yeah, I'm making a little hole so like you can put them in, but I'm not gonna make it too big because the stem could be covered in dirt and
it needs to get to the sunshine, right?
yeah.
Now these are all ready. What do we have to do next?
You have to water.
You need to water them, right? They need water to grow, and what else do they need to grow?
Sunshine.
Sunshine, and they'll get that in your greenhouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they sprout, will you guys come out and plant them out here in this raised bed? That'll be fun.
Here's to all of our seeds. May they grow.
Cheers! Grow
Cheers!
Seeds, grow!
We were planting yesterday, and I heard someone in the background say, boy, it's the first time I've ever done this before. And that is such a good thing to hear. It's the first time they've done this, and hopefully they go home and they just continue that. So if I can foster that a little bit, or just start that seed in their head, and they can go on and do something else with it, it's fabulous.
Anaya, what's next?
Now you guys can help us plant some seedlings.
We'd love to. We each
All right,
get
so
a
everybody
pot.
get a pot.
So Jaden, here's our little seedlings. Tell us how you grew these.
We grew them by hydroponics.
Great. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, we grew it with water, no dirt, not really anything.
So now's the time when you say, okay, little seedlings, you get to see some dirt.
You want to see some dirt, seedlings?
We're gonna plant you now. And so what do we have here? There's different kinds of seeds, I see.
Sunflower.
Yes. What is that one over there?
Corn and
bush beans.
Bush beans.
Yes.
There we go.
You got it. All right.
So we should all come in closer and get some soil, okay?
Put some soil and fill your pot, I'd say, like at least 3/4 of the way.
Yep, fill that pot
Hey,
up. Let me move my
we're
feet out of the
gardening.
way.
We're supposed to get dirty, right?
Yeah, that's true.
No problem. This is the seed, and when it sprouted, it started growing. And seeing how it's green, that means green means it wants to see the sun. And this is the roots down here. So that wants to be planted in the ground. And you can plant almost that just under a little bit of soil. So what I would do is I would put him in there, roots down, yep. And then just kind of almost cover him like that. Like, doesn't even have to be all the way, just like that's probably perfect.
Yeah, good
They'll
job,
sprout
everyone.
right out.
See the sun.
Yeah, they need the sun. And what
See
else
the
do they
sun.
need? What else do they need besides sun?
Water.
Right, so that's what we probably should do next is they need to go in there and get watered.
A lot of times it's the first time that they've ever had their hands in the dirt and actually gardening and working with the soil and everything. So I think they do love getting their hands dirty.
Do you guys know where this water came from?
Yes. The rain.
It comes down the gutter?
It comes down from the gutter.
The gutter and fills up the barrel, right? And it filled the barrel all the way up, didn't it?
Yep.
So you've got a lot of water there you can reuse.
Welcome to the pizza garden. Let's dig in.
All right. What's the pizza garden all about?
We are planting basil and tomatoes.
Oh, so things you'd put on pizza. Where's the crust?
We don't.
We don't do crust?
Some funny jokes for
the
TV.
Funny jokes for the TV. And I see
right.
lettuce over in your hand. You have lettuce, but can it be planted here? It needs some shade, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So where do you think we should plant the lettuce? Over there in that shady section?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Carefully tip it over and hold it a little bit so that you don't hurt the plant. Go ahead, do you want me to help? Yep, keep shaking it a little bit, squishing a little bit. There you go, it's coming out, it's coming out. Okay, now you can grab it with your other hand. Now put it right down in there. Good, and then you have to put dirt all around him, right?
Yes.
This, so you're gonna
Now
kind
put
of
that right in the dirt.
Soil.
Yeah, put like your hand
There you go.
down on the pot.
Perfect.
And you're gonna kind of turn. You want to
You like
loosen
basil?
up a little bit.
Not
now you can take all
really.
that soil and just
You
tuck
don't
him
have to
in
eat it.
right around here. All that can go
What about
back
tomatoes?
around.
Not really either.
Do you like pizza?
Yes.
Everybody likes pizza.
Yeah.
We saw the pizza garden on vacation with my family, and it was a great idea, and I brought it down here to our garden. Just a fun idea of the tomatoes and the basil. So just a fun idea.
Because all kids like pizza.
Yeah, and tomatoes. I love tomatoes, so it's one of my big things with tomatoes.
You guys did a great job planting. Way to go.
The lettuce is coming along over there. They're almost done in the shady corner.
Bring it in together. Come, yeah, let's see how many high fives we can hit. What do the kids seem to enjoy most about this project?
I think being outside and just getting their hands dirty. Part of science is just, the hands-on nature of science, which is why they enjoy it so much. So I think the more they get their hands dirty, the better they like it.
A big thanks to the Schubert Eagles for spending their afternoon with us.
And whatever you do, be
the talk of the town!
Yeah. Don't take a sip. Cheers.
Delicious.
Delicious. Delicious.